jumping around.
Oh shit, it's recording now. Hold on.
Huh? You're gonna be very close to this though.
Play. Give me a solo.
That's supposed to be real fucking loud.
Why don't you?
Yeah.
How about it, if you're on the couch, how close can you get? Because you're going to be close to him visually, how, you know, maybe 2-3 feet. If you're sitting,
Fade out.
at least you can pan.
How about
left
that
and
other
right.
corner, man?
Yeah.
I can't say if they will or if they won't. If they cash my income tax check and shit like that, I don't know, man. You know,
Well, I mean, I have the cash. No problem.
I don't have any extra cash to put up in case they don't. Do you have cash to put up for me?
Well, I went to the bank today. I took out like $100.
But you just be saying, you know, to start off. Let's start out with you.
So what?
You go into blood muscle. Yeah.
You know, blood muscle.
No. And then into what? I'm sorry. Yeah. Alright. Yeah.
No, let's go blood muscle.
You surprised?
Alright, so then we do that.
I do honestly. You start to be the same.
Blood and muscle, blood and muscle.
We're just gonna run through the song.
Okay.
Alright, what's the first one?
Either C, either C. Are you recording right now?
I'm recording now.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna be editing that shit, so. Alright, so.
shit, I didn't get this.
Now. Hello. What's up? How's it going, man?
Start off with your names. Who's everybody in the band?
I'm Chris, I play bass and sing. I try to.
Johhny, Rez, garbage cans.
Christopher Bell, lead guitar, extraordinaire.
So efficient.
How long? First thing like this. How long has the band been together?
Since '88.
Since '88.
Different members. Chris is our new and
Trusted guitar player.
trusted.
And heavy work.
Chris signed in blood. The others didn't get to that point.
The other. Well, who started off the band? Well, if you want to say, who started off the band?
Obviously.
Well, actually, us being Flips over here.
Me and Johhny
Go back a couple.
we started we made our first demo in like '88, and then we got this cat, his name's Alex. He was in the band for a while.
For a couple of years.
We
And then we kind of like stole Chris out of the band.
actually before Chris we had Jimmy from Rage and Slab. He was with us for a while. He did the Sex and Outrage demo. We got like 5 tapes circulating somewhere out there.
So to take it, y'all had probably about how many members have y'all gone through?
Well, actually, me and him have been playing basic drums together for about 10 years now. So we've been through about 150.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, it's 10 years, but
As the council, up to 10 people have been in and out, I
the
would
last
say.
couple of years it's been tight. It's been one dude for the last
Yeah.
few years, and then we just replaced him with Chris.
You got Chris. You know, it took a while for us to really, define exactly what we were looking for. And, we're all happy with the council.
Definitely.
Have y'all played in any other crews before Primeval? How about you, Chris?
Well, yeah, I've all played in the bands before.
He's got quite a colorful background. He doesn't like to let you know.
Well, bring it out. This is TV, goddammit. Where have you been lately?
Just various New York ramblings. I've played with a few impressive people, but, at this point, I don't like really talking about it because it's not something that I feel is in any way going to help me. So if anything doesn't help me, I don't talk about it, I don't think about it. I gained a lot of experience with a lot of good rock and roll heavies from the 70s and 80s, but it all ends there, I developed a style that I got, and I was thrown out of a lot of bands for the style that I
Use with us.
that I adopted it, but it fits in really well here. So this is all I have to worry about right now.
Oh yeah.
Any other colorful backgrounds here? Like you?
I'm just a few.
Johhny was blonde once.
Oh, I wonder if we have that on tape somewhere.
Background.
Just the mobile.
He had the serious mobile. We went through the punk thing, went through the glam thing.
Yeah, right now we're like just totally into what we're doing.
We're doing exactly what just comes from the heart. Nothing preconceived.
Well, would you categorize your music as being a certain type? What would you say your music is?
Well, it's very energetic. Bottom line, the 3 of us are really just trying to capture a type of style that is, in this day and age, like really styleless. It's just energy, honesty,
Straight out.
brute force. So it's
Brash.
Classic heavy metal.
yeah. See, the thing is a lot of titles come from music with definitions that are just strewn all over the place, and I don't like to classify it because it really isn't. We're not a thrash band, and we're not
regular
a
rock band.
No, we're not a punk band. We're not a rock band.
Kind of like a straight out, driving force.
But if you really listen to it, it's just so basic and so primal. that, you know, it's really where I feel all those other styles of music come from. You know, it's just three real guys talking about some real heavy stuff.
You got a lot of bands jumping on bandwagons these days, you know.
What's the end?
What's the, that's out. We're doing exactly what we, you know, it's all spontaneous.
We're like a steaming locomotive.
Yeah.
On its course, getting there faster and burning coal along the way.
Feedback overkill.
So, who would you say that your influence would be?
Well, individually,
You will have a lot of different.
Because judging from what you're saying,
As a band,
I listen to everything. Everything.
just name a band.
Big bands that have, you know, influenced me: Kiss, of course, Judas Priest, Accept. All the new wave of British heavy metal. Motorhead, huge influence.
Yeah, I heard y'all earlier playing Ace of Spades. Y'all did a good cover.
Yeah, we're covering that. You know, we got to pay homage to those greats.
all dripping sweat.
What about Johhny? He's got some interesting influences.
Harry Connick Jr.
Mahavishnu
Very close.
His new album came out.
The old jazz stuff influences. Yeah, but I don't, you know, that's only one of the things I used to enjoy listening to. Really, when it comes to playing, man, kind of like that John Bonham type of beat, you know, just that heavy beat, not too much crazy drumming going on, just that driving beat, basically. It's better than that, you know, crazy type of all over the place. Nowadays, you see a lot of drummers. Just want to be like, you know, super drummers and shit. That's not what I'm about. I'm in for the band, how we sound, how tight we can be. You know, that's the whole thing with the drum. Just trying to be heavy duty and solid. That's my thing.
What about your influences, sir?
The blues, man.
You got a few hours of tape there?
I came from a really strange musical upbringing where I don't really listen to many guitar players. They never really interest me. Like like one of my bands that I really liked was The Who, but it certainly wasn't for like Townsend. It was for like Entwistle and Keith Moon. I like instrumentalists. People could play their instruments well. But I mean, I grew up listening to like Ted Nugent's and you know, AC/DC, stuff like that.
Yes.
But it's the thing is though, it's like I hate like talking about it because like people would listen to me and never gather that. You know, like as soon as you say something like, wow, you know, I listened to Eddie Van Halen or something, they expect you to say, they expect me to go up there and do a lot of this stuff. But you know, the thing is a lot of how I learned to play was just through, you know, execution, how people did things, what notes they were hitting, how they approached certain pieces of music. So I mean, from there, you know, I basically formed my style, which is just a very guttural type of, you know, it's
Erupting volcano.
Erupting volcano, that's his influence.
But you know, those are the people I listen to, but I don't want to disrespect them in any way by mentioning them.
Anyway, we have tapes coming out, we have tapes out already, we're working on new stuff. We're doing a lot of shows.
Doing all right.
How many tapes do you have out now? How many tapes?
We have 5 available. We got a brand new one working on.
Get them at Tower Records on the Shock.
We got a surprise.
Shock USA. Is that your
that's the
label?
label that we started?
I mean, is that your label?
That's our label. And we're in full control of the whole deal.
And this label's been around for how long?
Maybe a year and a half or so. It's you know,
It's our label, man. We get our own tapes distributed.
we don't, at this point, we don't want nothing to do with the major label bullshit because, you know, it feels good to be in control of, you know, what you're doing in any business, of course.
I mean, you know, obviously it would be good to, you know, to hook up with something, but a lot of times that detracts from you just going out there and doing something. You know,
Doing whatever you want.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing we wanted to accomplish was to have recordings out and available to the public, do shows, and promote them, and that's what we do. You know, tapes are all over the place. You can get them, you know, any heavy metal store or anything. And you know, we just concentrate on just going forward. You know, so I mean, that's the only thing. If you want to do something, you go out and do it, and that's another thing that we're all about.
Yeah, that was something I was getting ready to ask you. What do you think is the purpose of the band? Do you have a purpose? Do you have something that you want to say to everybody?
I mean, purpose or direction?
Purpose.
Every band wants to be big.
I mean, is there a message? Like, is there a message or something that you want to relate to folks?
Any message? We just want to let people know that there's still a fucking honest, it's a fucking god rock band out there that isn't, you know,
straight out type
fake
of
it,
style
fucking
rock.
jumping on some bandwagon, playing something that they, you know, weren't brought up with. You know, people really appreciate that. They see through the, they see through the fucking bands that aren't doing what's coming from the heart. You know, all the fans see that. You know, they really see through you because the fans are dedicated. They know what's happening.
They're smarter than what a lot of people.
That's right. They really are. The fans are really smarter than you think.
When they see something unique that, you know, isn't happening all around, you know, you get their attention.
We get that message across, you know, if anything.
Okay. What kind of following what kind of fans have you gathered? What kind of following have you got?
Large weirdos.
Definitely.
All kinds.
Like, what do you mean weirdos?
Just kidding.
A lot of different people are interested in our music because it's not one particular style. You know, it's not heavy, so it's not just a thrasher thing, and it's not, you know, just a typical rock.
I think people who have a wide variety of listening, you know, those are the people that can appreciate what we're doing. You know, our following is, you know, I think it's a special following.
It's a real rock and roll.
Yeah, right. And if we're, you know, we want to get that message of being a real rock band across, our fans are, you know, they're fucking real too, you know.
Well, let's talk about some gigs that y'all probably played then. Let's talk about the best gig. What do you think probably the best gig that y'all played so far?
The best gig was without Chris, unfortunately, but I'm sure our best gig.
Well, our best gig is here to be.
Our best
Probably
gig
Saturday night.
We got a show coming up Saturday at the club. Continental Divide was it was history, man. There's no doubt about it. It was history. You had the whole downtown crowd there that night. It was Saturday night. Small, smoke-filled, sweaty fucking room. And we played for 3 hours and fucking, it was a great.
Alright, now let's try the worst gig. This wouldn't be the gig that wasn't.
That's probably
Good
the worst playing.
That's not a gig though.
That's more like an egg.
That's a bad experience.
Gosh.
Some clubs, they just,
Well, I have yet to have my worst gig, I guess, with them.
you know, you ain't on having any real worst gigs, you know. Some gigs you get stuck playing so late at night.
You prepare yourself, you know.
But you just do it for yourself. You know, you end up playing late at night and there's not a lot of people around. You know,
Just go out there
just
and
do it for yourself, man.
Do it. Just fire up those amps and let the music do the talking.
So, have y'all been able to play with anybody in the area that probably went on to bigger, better things? Have y'all been seen opening up for others, other like national acts?
Actually, you want to know something? Most of the shows that we've done, we've headlined. We've had a lot of bands that are signed now support us in the past. We've been fortunate enough to send in our demo, and most of the club owners noticed that, you know, we are pros, and they've given us headline shows. We've never really supported a major yet, but
It's coming.
You know, it would be nice. I'm sure when we finally get, you know, on a tour, we'll be open for a major. But at this point, we've been headlining.
Well, I hear that you're supposed to be working with the Lunatics soon, playing with the
We're doing a
Lunatics.
show with the Lunatics at Beowulf coming up. That'll probably be our first. That's definitely the most popular band we're playing with at this point.
See, the thing is that when you're really like non-style type band, like not a very trendy band, you get shuffled around a lot. You don't, you know, if we were doing something, you know, where we had like big hair and makeup and everything, you know, obviously we'd probably be able to get some great gigs, opening up for some great people. But you know, we're just such a like an unstoppable force type of thing where, you know, it doesn't, you know, people don't like say, you know, people don't ever hook us up with anything because we don't really claim, you know, we don't go with anything.
Yo, we'll be right out, man.
You know, that's sometimes a blessing and a curse,
you know,
to be original.
Want to do, and like that kind of, you know, a lot of places.
What's the question?
I was asking if y'all had opened up. I mean, if I forgot now.
We opened up for anybody big.
Yeah, damn.
I was explaining how nobody big would want to be
We're gonna.
three sweaty rock and rollers, you know.
Yeah, you know, people get intimidated by it, believe it or not.
Let me see. What other questions I can ask you?
Who booked them? Get them out of here.
Yeah, they're fucking riding on.
Lock up your daughter.
Fucking lock her up.
Let me tell you, now that I remember, best gig, it was at that place where we didn't actually play, but as we were leaving, there were these two Oriental chicks making out on the top of the steps. That made my night.
I think I remember that because y'all kept on talking about it. Like,
I was like, what gig? What gig? If you look at that.
oh, we're supposed to be on now? Oh, fuck it.
That was the highlight of
So what do you think the future for the band's gonna be? I mean, what do you hope for the future?
We're gonna all be rock stars, famous, money, cash,
Women.
Bigger amps, more guitars.
singing drums. I'm down for that. It's gonna be, you know, just an answer.
No, we're fully prepared to pay our dues and just, you know, just. The bottom line is, if you're a great rock and roll band, you get noticed. Along the lines, down the line, you get noticed.
We want people to enjoy our music and come to our shows and make noise. And, you know, we just have a lot of fun doing that. And if that keeps working out, everything else will fall into
It can only get better.
If you watch the pennies, the dollars take care of
We're doing
themselves.
alright.
So any final remarks before we sign off? I'll start off with you, Chris. None at the moment? No shout outs to anybody?
No final thoughts. How about a big fuck you, everybody? We love that.
What about you, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Big fuck you.
I'm gonna deviate from the norm. I'll just look out for us. Be prepared for something different.
Council, man. Just
you know,
check us out. It'll be an experience.
I mean, it's no BS, you know. It's just, if you're a rock and roll fan, you're gonna dig it. It's gonna be too much for you to
No matter what kind of music you like.
That's it. That should be fine.
Alright. Okay, this is Primeval Council. If you want to get a hold of them, the name will be at their the name and address will be at the end of the tape. Check you later. Peace.